My name is Terrence Lee. I still maintain that I did nothing wrong. What happened to me in this ordeal started because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's it. It could have happened to anyone, but because of bad luck, it happened to me. So here's how it happened. I was walking back up to my apartment after going for a drive to clear my mind. Sometimes you just gotta get away. Then I heard 3 loud bangs as I was a flight away from my floor. I rushed up to my room because I didn't know what the heck was going on. By the time I got up and looked out the window, there were a bunch of cops outside, like ants. I got a knock on my door. Police. They told me that my wife was shot and killed. I was the only one around, so I was detained for questioning.
Pleasure. Nathan to the grant. Tell me everything that happened the evening of November 26th.
And so I did.
Alright.
So I was walking up.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything. And everything I said was the truth.
Well, thank you for cooperation.
He returned about a week later with a few
Interesting accounts from some witnesses the night your wife was murdered. The first person I came across happened to be outside when I arrived.
I'm investigating the recent murder around this premise. Is there anything you can tell me about it?
Well, you're talking about Mrs. Lee, right?
Oh, so you know her.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm the landlord around these apartments. And I've known Mrs. Lee and her husband Terrence for about, I'd say, 4 years so far.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Mr. and Mrs. Terrence Lee?
I guess I'll start off with Terrence, first of all. He wasn't necessarily the ideal man. To be fair, who is? He was a good guy and all, but he had some heated arguments with his wife. And I think on a few occasions, he actually got into, like, fights with her. But I never thought that Terrence would do something as disgusting and vile as murder. He's just not that type of guy. Then there's Grace. She was always, like the opposite of Terrence. Really nice person, really peppy all the time. And she was the daughter of the mayor. Really, just a really nice person.
Did you know about Terrence's whereabouts at the time of the crime?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but he walked into the lot around 6 p.m. Also, I didn't really know where he was when the shots began to ring out, but I just knew he was in the lot somewhere. Anyways, detective, I just don't think Terrence would have been able to commit that murder. He's just not the type of guy to hurt Grace in that way.
Alright, thank you. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
The second person I went to talk to was a frequent patron of the diner you were at before heading home that day. I asked the servers who the regulars were, and they pointed me towards this guy.
Two cooks, please. Nathan Detective Grant.
Leave me alone.
Sir, have you seen this man on the evening of November 26th at 6 p.m.?
Are you deaf? Or did I stutter? Leave me alone. Yeah, I've seen the guy here and there.
Was he here on November 26th?
Yeah, he seemed a bit irritated. Had a few drinks before he upped out of here.
Do you know why he was irritated?
Oh my, a psychic? I don't know, man. I heard mumbling something about his family and left.
Thank you for your time.
What a prick.
Were you angry though?
Yeah, me and my wife, we had a rough patch.
Mm-hmm.
There was an affair that she had with some guy a few months back. I forgave her for it, but there was still a lot of tension.
So there was an argument.
Yeah, there was an argument. It was over some finances, but I don't even remember what I was mad about anymore. Look, to be frank with you, we had our fair share of arguments, but I could never do that to her. I loved her.
Knock, knock. What are you guys doing in here? Soul searching or something? It's over, Grant. We found enough evidence to convict this scumbag.
What evidence?
Here, how about I indulge you two horrible scum of the earths? You see this, Grant? Found a gun just like this at the crime scene. Your prints were all over him. Gun residue, skin residue. It's just you all over it. What are you gonna do about that? It just screams that you were there and you murdered your wife.
That's BS. Records say there was no gun at the crime scene. So how could there be any residue?
Don't shoot the damn messenger, Grant. Now, if you would excuse me, I have some work to do. I'm gonna arrest this fool. Alright, now that I'm alone with you, I'm just gonna have my way. So, Terrence, let's talk a little bit one-on-one, yeah? How do you plan on getting out of this one? Yeah, real funny. You're just one real pathetic human being, aren't you? Wife beater? Murderer? I don't know, Terrence. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a waste of oxygen. Here, riddle me this. Could you imagine yourself when you finally walk out of jail, free? Then you see all the little kids running away and mom screaming because you're just a wife beater. It's in 250 years from now. It's not too long. Mr. Lee, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna tell you. Other that you're gonna have a horrible time in prison, just locked up in a cell all by yourself.
Hello, 911. What's your emergency?
I heard gunshots outside my apartment. It sounded like it was coming from the neighbor's backyard.
Please, sir, remain calm. Where are you located?
The house right outside the mouth of the freeway. I don't know what's happening. Please come soon.
Please stay where you are. We're sending the police to your location right now.
From the report, the bullet found was a .22 caliber bullet which has a usual velocity of 370 meters per second to 460 meters per second. The speed of sound is roughly 343 meters per second. The vectors of the bullet would have to be 370 meters per second horizontal and gravity downwards. However, we can ignore gravity because of how quickly everything went down. We don't know where the bullet was fired. However, we can estimate by integrating the velocity, we can get the displacement of the bullet. The neighbors heard gunshots about a tenth of a second after they heard glass shattering. The neighbor's house is about 30 meters away from the suspects. The gun must have been around 60 meters from the neighbor, if the testimony is correct. The closest the gun could have been would be 30 meters from the suspect's house. The suspect's car was in the driveway around a meter from the window. Using this information, the bullet's distance from the house would have been at least negative 370 t plus 29. For the suspect to have committed the crime, he must have ran 29 meters away from the house, shot at his wife, then gone back only to get caught. There's no way it could have been Terrence. It would have been someone else. Terrence, that's it. I have the evidence to get you out of here.
It doesn't matter. You heard what the other cop said. Everything on record points towards me.
But this can get you out.
Your evidence over the entire police department. Which one do you think the jury will listen to?
But that's not right.
It doesn't matter what's right. It matters about what's happening right now.
No, the innocent shouldn't be punished. The guilty should.
I've accepted my fate. You should too, Grant.
Has been arrested for tax evasion. In other news, the suspect for the November 26th murder of Grace Lee, the mayor's daughter, has been found guilty earlier this afternoon. Terrence Lee is set to be executed sometime next Friday evening. For sports, we turn to Mike.
And the last I heard from Grant was that he sent me a letter. A security guard read it to me like I was a toddler. He wouldn't even let me look at it. He just read it through the bars with a big turd-eating grin on his face. It ruined any connection I had left with the outside world.
Alright,
Oh.
time's up.
I still maintain that I did nothing wrong.